So we're heading down to some spots in Mexico, going to a place called Nuevo Progreso. We're following our guide down there. He's a local friend of mine. He's going to take us to some spots along the U.S.-Mexico border. We're going to look for a couple of things in particular. One, in Nuevo Progreso, we are going to take a look at all of the very cheap pharmacies that they have right on the other side of the border, and just see how easy it is to get your hands on illicit narcotics like Percocet, like hydrocodone, things like that, that are more expensive here in the U.S. But down in Mexico, they've actually found that many of those are laced with fentanyl. So we're going to figure out how easy it is to get a hold of those, and what danger that poses to American citizens who go across the border trying to get cheap medications. We're also going to look at a couple areas along the border with large centers of migration, and we're going to show you all of that as we go. U.S. side over there, and the Mexico side there. No, gracias.
Xanax, Valium, Ambien, Oxycodone, Percocet, Vicodin,
No, gracias. No, gracias. No, gracias. It's alarming that they're using Vicodin, Oxycodone, and Percocet. Behind me right over there is a large immigrant detention facility here in Donna, Texas. This is where a lot of those videos of kids in cages were filmed back over here. And I'll link some videos down in the description of this one showing some members of Congress visiting this a couple years ago when migration was really bad down here in the Rio Grande Valley. It is very, very windy today. We've seen lots of sights. What you'll see is around the outside of this, they blocked off the fence, so it's very hard to see what's going on inside. Behind me over here, you'll see miles and miles of effective border wall all the way down. The border wall, border fence as it is in some areas, is not continuous though. What it does is it serves to funnel migrants to specific choke points to make it easier for the Border Patrol agents to apprehend those who are crossing into this country. What you see down here in the Rio Grande Valley is a lot of short sections to do a lot of that diverting. But that's not common across the whole southern border. It's just in some places like down here in the Rio Grande Valley. What we can see is the need for stuff like this because this works. That's why the locals down here, law enforcement as well, this approach works. It helps to funnel those who otherwise would be crossing over illegally into this country and able to roam free, funnels them to a location where our brave men and women in the U.S. Border Patrol are able to apprehend them, to process them, ultimately to hear asylum claims or to send them back to Mexico. But that's the approach that we need to be taking. We are just outside of La Paloma. Right behind me you'll see a big section of the border fence that cuts right through the town. We actually have a lot of people living up against this border fence. But as you can see over there, there's a big gate behind me that allows the U.S. Border Patrol to go in and out. There's a road on the other side that allows them to patrol the border. But ultimately, one of the things that we learned while we're down here is we need to do three things, or this trip really reaffirmed that we need to do three things. One, we need to finish the border wall, whether it's a fence, or physical barrier, an actual wall, whatever. The wall works. It forces illegal immigrants into certain choke points and makes it easier for the Border Patrol to do their job. That's number one. Number two, we need to reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy so that those seeking asylum should stay in the country, such as Mexico, while they're filling out their paperwork rather than being released into the U.S. And third and finally, we need to end catch and release so that those who make it across, either over a fence like this, around it, or anywhere else, that they are not allowed to roam free throughout the country and wreak havoc. So there you have, those are the three things that we can be doing and should be doing to secure our border.